Are the walls of your home where you are beginning to close in on you? I want to tell you some ways I'm keeping my sanity during this shelter in place time period. How's it going, Reinventors? My name is Amelia Sims. I'm keeping my sanity here at Reinventing You, the channel where you can go to get inspired to take your own reinventing journey so that you can live a life of joy, fulfillment, and purpose. Now, while we're in this pandemic time, a lot of us are having to reinvent a lot of things about our lives. So I will continue to do 2 videos a week to give you some inspiration and motivation so that you can make the changes that you need to keep your sanity. Don't forget to subscribe by clicking on the red subscribe button or even on the square here on the screen, and there's also a link in the description below. So how I keep my sanity during this shelter in place time? Well, I have talked a little bit about, how to deal with your anxiety or what I'm really doing or some of my goals that I have, but there are times when I am ready to pull out my hair. I'm just like, If you can relate to this, please give me a thumbs up, because there are just some certain times where I cannot take it anymore. My pets, my family, the 4 walls, whatever, they are getting to me. So how do I handle these things? And how can you handle these things? Well, the first thing that I have to do is I have to find humor. It's got to be, whether I make a joke out of it or I get online and find funny videos to watch, whatever it is, to find humor. I think that there for a while I was watching all these serious shows on television, and really I realized I need to find some funny things, some funny people to watch, not the serious stuff. Even if I watch a comedian who makes fun of what's going on with all the COVID-19 stuff, that helps me. I just read a book about using humor in our spirituality, and I realized that how much we need that gift of humor now. We need to be able to laugh. Humor and finding laughter actually increases your immunity. It can help you in times of great stress. It can help you just feel better about everything that's going on. So the main thing that I do is find humor. So please find humor, laugh, and sometimes even just, just laugh to yourself. Even though there's not anything funny, just that act of laughter can make you feel good. Another thing that I do to keep my sanity is try to limit my negativity. And you have to understand that I'm the kind of person that I'm pretty pessimistic and I'm pretty negative already. So everything that's going on in the world just kind of increases that. So I have to limit my exposure to the news and to videos. I've just sort of blocked out. When I go to YouTube, I just have to block out. There's a whole COVID-19 line on YouTube where, suggestive videos. I just have to scroll down past that and find other things to watch, things that are more positive. I look for happy news stories, things that are pleasant. I also try to spend so much time in gratitude, grateful to people who are working in the hospitals, not just the nurses and the doctors, because they're doing a great job, but there's so many other people who are making sure things running smoothly in our hospitals and with our doctors and nurses. So I have to feel grateful for those people. And I have to make sure I'm limiting all the negative thoughts that are going on in my head. Okay, so the next thing that I have to admit is I'm a closet ASMR aficionado. Now, my son would kill me for saying this, but he's the one who introduced me to ASMR, which now I'm totally blanked on what that stands for. I have in below a couple of links to some of my favorite ASMR artists. Now, ASMR is where you feel like a tingle in the back of your head from some kind of noise. And this is something I've experienced all my life, but I never knew what it was. I remember there was a lady who lived next door to us when I was growing up. And when she would talk, and she loved to talk, it would be like she would start talking, and it wasn't like I was falling asleep. It was sort of, I'd get this feeling in the back of my head, and it was just really relaxed, and I was just really calm. I have another person that I know, a friend, when she talks, I'm just that way. And there have been times when I've heard like tapping noises and that kind of thing where I felt the same kind of feeling, and that is ASMR. I love watching ASMR videos, and sometimes you're watching, sometimes you're listening. You can also get those on as podcasts, but I find them very relaxing and a way to just sort of get away. It's kind of like meditation, and meditation is one way that I use to help my sanity, but it's also very different, because with meditation, and that is, like I said, that's another way to deal with my sanity, keeping my sanity sane, is just because meditation is more of a participating kind of thing. Like you're having to breathe and you have to constantly come back to your breath, and you're listening to the person leading the meditation, and you are constantly, not letting your mind wander. With ASMR, you can let your mind wander. You just kind of let go. So ASMR, one way to deal with not going insane, and also meditation, another way that I deal with not going insane. So that's how I keep my sanity, all of those things. And the last thing that I do to keep my sanity is not to stop dreaming, like having goals and thinking about life beyond what's happening in the coronavirus pandemic, thinking about the future. And that is really, to me, one of the best things. Now, our future probably will not look like we've experienced in the past, but it is one way. If I can focus on that, it is one way that I can keep from going absolutely nuts. How have you been keeping your sanity? I would love to hear from you in the comments. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up if you can relate to things that I'm saying. And I would love it if you have not, please follow me on Instagram. I have a link here on the screen and below in the descriptions where you can click on that, go to Instagram and follow me there. I can't wait to see you on that platform and the next time I upload a video here on YouTube. Stay well and have a great one. Oh, and one of the last things that I wanted to say is that this is the oldest piece of clothing that I own. I've talked about it before. It's from Amelia Island. You probably can't even read that. It's like the softest shirt, and I won't lift my arms up because I do have like a hole under my arm. So I just wanted to point out, I've never worn it for any of my videos. I decided I would do that today. Maybe that's another way to keep my sanity. Anyway, it's a really comfortable shirt, and I was going to give it away. I just can't let go. Oh.